Sammy. I'm not making that mistake again. Hey guys, what's up? It's Sammy. Welcome to the obligated monthly book video. Every month I try to at least make one video talking about my book. Did you know I wrote a book? It's right here. It's called The Beautiful Life of Boys and it is available internationally on Amazon. Link in the description. Okay, cheesy self-promotion over. Today I am doing a tag video. It feels really weird to say that. Once again, we are entering back into 2012. A couple weeks ago I did a subscription box unboxing, which was so like 2015, and now this, it's crazy. Anyways, I'm going to be doing the writer's tag today. It consists of 10 questions and I have barely even looked at them beforehand because I want my answers to be genuinely on the spot, just like most of my writing is. But anyways, yes, if you want to check out The Beautiful Life of Boys, there's a link in the description. Let's get into the questions. What do you eat/drink while writing? So this might be super weird, but it might be super common. I don't know. I don't really have a lot of author friends. I can't do anything while I'm writing besides write. Like I can't eat, I can't drink, I can't listen to music. I just write. It just gets way too distracting if I try to do anything else. So eating is out of the question, but if I was gonna eat, it would be something like a sandwich. So I could like have one hand eating the sandwich and one hand writing. What do you listen to while writing? I said that I don't listen to anything, but I always have a fan going because writing in complete silence drives me insane. So I always at least have to have some sort of background noise, whether it be the air conditioning on, the heater on, or a oscillating fan. Even if it's like too cold to have a fan on, but not hot enough to have the heat on, I have a YouTube video of a fan playing. I've listened, it's like 8 hours long and I've listened through it like at least 20 times. What distracts you while writing? The biggest distraction would probably be that I'm writing on a computer and Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, and Twitch are at my disposal. So when I get that notification that Brendan Urie is live streaming, I'm gonna go watch Brendan Urie and I'm not gonna be writing. You gotta pick your battles, and Brendan Urie streaming on Twitch is the one that I always lose. I have to go watch him. Yeah, definitely social media, but I'm pretty sure that's the same for every writer, unless you write on like a typewriter. What's the worst thing that's ever happened to you while writing? Oh my gosh, this isn't technically while I was writing, but when we were going through T-Blob, The Beautiful Life of Boys, we were like in the very final stages. Our editor had the final like copy and she was editing it. And then I had this, which is a proof. Can you see that? Proof of the book, and I decided to read through the unedited version once more just to see if everything was good, and an entire chapter was missing, and none of the beta readers or my editor noticed it was missing because the way the two chapters, like the chapter in front of it and the chapter after it, started and ended, it seems like a vast amount of time passes. So everyone just thought, oh, they skipped that event. No, the prom chapter just got deleted somehow, so I had to rewrite the prom chapter like a month before this was published. And it's kind of the same, but kind of different. I don't know, I judged it. I couldn't remember exactly what I wrote, but I really wish I could because I really loved the original prom chapter, but I'm happy with how that chapter turned out. But it was really stressful at the time and I was so sad. I searched like every hard drive and every computer I owned for this prom chapter. Every single file of the book, like all the rough drafts, it disappeared. I don't know what happened to this day. What's the best thing that ever happened to you while writing? I don't think I have like a best thing that's ever happened. Like, I'd say the best thing that happens every time I write is the moment that I realize I'm in love with my characters. Like, when I'm starting writing, I'm like, yeah, these characters are cool. But then, like, for instance, in T-Blob, halfway through this, I was like, these characters are my actual children. What is happening? Why do I love them so much? And, like, it just felt so good. And, like, I wish I could continue writing with them, but this is not a series. Their story is ended, but, like, I sometimes just read through a couple chapters of my book just to like hang out with my characters again because I love them so much. I'm such a nerd. God. Who do you communicate with while writing? Usually if my friends are texting me, I will text them back. It just does take me a little while, but usually I'm communicating either with my co-author at the time or my editor. I would often, when I was writing, have to ask very basic grammatical questions like, would I use a semicolon here? Is this the proper way to use this? Is this the proper way to use this? And she would help me. Or she would just jump in the document and like go over what I was Writing as I was writing it, like, so we used Google Docs to write the whole thing. We were in Google Docs, so there was like a chat room on the side of Google Docs, so we would just be chatting in that basically the entire time I was writing. I'd be like, hey, I'm having a real hard time right here, and then she would come and be like, okay, how about this? And I'd be like, yes, that's it. So yeah, I would talk to the people who were working on the book with me. My entire family did not know I was writing a book until the day it was published, so I didn't talk to any of them when I was writing because he was a secret. What is your secret to success and biggest writing goal? The secret to success, does that mean like, I'm confused by this question. Does that mean like the secret to success in finishing writing a book? Because I think it's mostly self-discipline. You're not gonna write a book unless you sit down and write a book. I think that is the hardest thing for writers or self-publishers to actually grasp, is that they have to actually write the book. Like, they want to be published authors, but they don't want to actually sit down and write a book to be published. So you just have to really publish, or you really have to just sit down and write your book, even if it's so annoying and hard. You just have to get through it, and it'll be worth it in the end, I promise. And my biggest writing goal would definitely probably have to be, I want to write like a 600-page novel, like double the thickness of this, and I want it to be outside of my usual genre. I write YA fiction, YA romance fiction. This one isn't LGBT fiction, but I just write all YA fiction. It's only so far been romance, but I'm currently working on one that I'm trying to keep all romance out of for like a little twist of things, you know? Keep things a little different in the YA realm, make the two main characters not get together or ever fall in love. It's very difficult not to do that, but I'm working on it. But yeah, I just want to write a really thick, chunky, maybe like a fantasy or like a murder mystery novel. I think that would be really fun and out of my comfort zone. And out of my editor's comfort zone for sure. I'm so sorry, Kelly, if I have to put you through editing a 600-page murder mystery novel, but yeah, I want to do something like that. And I haven't even started, so that's probably never gonna happen, but it is a goal of mine. What inspires you and makes you productive? Okay, sometimes this is the most motivating thing in the world, and it also is the least most motivating thing in the world. But sometimes when I am like sitting in bed or something, or like I'm in the shower, I like forget that I'm writing a book, and I'm like, God, what show was that I was watching earlier where this was happening? Like, what was these two characters? They were like getting into a fight, and they were like in New York City, and then I'm like, oh my God, it's my own book. Because I'm thinking in my head, I should continue watching that. I want to know what happens. And then I freaking remember it was my own book, and if I want to know what happens, I have to sit down and continue writing it. So it's often my own curiosity of what's going to happen next in the story that causes me to actually finish writing the story, which is why I have to be fully invested in the books and the topics and everything that I write, or else I just couldn't write it. But this is also bad sometimes, because sometimes I'm like, I just want to know what happens. I don't want to write. But in the end, I end up writing, obviously, because I have a finished book right here. What's something annoying writers do? I follow a lot of meme pages, like writing meme pages, because this is my favorite thing in the whole world. I love writing. I think it's so fun, and I love the community around it of like young aspiring authors. And we all just can't write. We're all writers who can't write, and I think it's so funny, but it's also so annoying that we just want to write, but we also just don't want to write at all. Thousands of memes are just like opens Word document, but then like the SpongeBob big intricate the closes the computer. That's enough for today. Like, that's literally all of us, but why? I don't understand. Are you willing to share any of your writing? Yeah, I'm of course willing to share any of my writing. This is The Beautiful Life of Boys. It is available on Amazon in physical form, and it is also now available for Kindle and ebook versions for $3.99. So any of you guys that did not get the physical version is still available, but you can get the ebook version. I published it like a month ago on ebook, but I didn't get around to making the announcement, and so many. And so many of you guys bought it even before I ever advertised it, which was crazy. Life with roommates. So yeah, I'll put a link in the description as there always is in all of my videos. But anyways, guys, if any of you guys are authors or writers or aspiring authors or aspiring writers even, I'll put the questions in this tag down below. I don't know who made it because it's really freaking old, like I said. This is an old trend. But I'll put them in the description. If you do them, please be sure to send me your videos because I'd love to hear more about you guys and your writing. But anyways, guys, if you actually like this video, please remember to like it by clicking the thumbs up. If you were subscribed already and you have not yet, click the bell below to turn on notifications so you're notified when I post. You can actually enjoy my content, join the party. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in your next video. Bye, guys. Swap.